class, really take your time. Don't move too fast. Listen to how your body feels. You can do it even slower than I'm doing it. We're going to do really basic, the breathing, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can with each breath. We're breathing in and out through the nostrils. It purifies the air, warms it, and moistens it as it works all through your whole body. And then also comfortable clothes. You want to have room to move around. I've got a yoga mat. You can also use a braided rug that works really well to keep you from sliding, keeps you steady, and also has that nice cushion. So again, find what works for you. I have the lights, like some curtains closed. It just kind of lets your eyes and around your face relax instead of kind of feeling like you're squinting, the light is bright. It's just a little more calming. So when you do yoga, it's really good to take those first breaths at the beginning. So we're going to stand up nice and tall, feet pressing down. The closer they are, it's a little harder. You have to use your body balances you for, the balancing for you. If they're a little farther apart, it's not as hard. So again, do what feels best. Some days you may be just doing for just relaxation, keeping your feet where they're comfortable. And sometimes you may bring them in a little closer to kind of have your body working, and you'll find that you don't even have to think about it. It naturally just resets or moves with you, kind of does it for you then too. So relax your body, feet pressing down, vertebrae lifting you up right through the crown of your head. Relax the shoulders back then. So you're thinking, even though you're standing nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders, your whole body is pressing down as a vertebrae kind of lifts you up, then kind of reaches up for you. And it's just a great feeling. You feel almost an inch or two taller. You just feel like it's working with you. So it's just to kind of get your body ready, get those muscles all holding you steady. Excuse me. No pain is allowed. So, sorry. No pain is allowed. So really listen to how you feel. Don't go too far. Deep breath in. We'll bring our hands into Namaste, standing nice and tall and mountain. For part of this, we'll just do some balancing a little bit. But we're going to do more on the floor. So I have like a little round ball, but you can take a folded up blanket. I have a yoga mat that's folded up. Sometimes those yoga little squares, blocks, they're called yoga blocks. They work really good. So we'll show you how to use them and to really help your body relax and kind of stretch a little bit just to feel more comfortable. So we're going to take a deep breath in, reach up overhead, breathe out, bend from the hips, dropping the head, the arms just hanging, not stretching too far, just kind of letting your body hang. So this is one of the forward bends. Now we're going to place our hands above our knees with the fingers pointing in, and we're just going to bend our knees and look up. So from the side, instead of like this for the forward bend, hands, fingertips facing together just above the knee, and we're just going to look up and just hold it for a breath or two. You got that balancing and help with the hands pressing down lightly. Elbows out to the sides. So the elbows are out to the side. You're looking up, and this is a back bend. You got that bend like this instead of like this, the forward bend. You got the back bend, that little bit of a curve, helping those muscles stretch up. And then we're going to bring our hands together in the front, so like this, bent knees. We're just going to look to the one side. Knees are bent, and to the other. This again. Go to the left. Look up only as far as you're comfortable, and to the right. And then we're going to relax it back. We're going to look up in that back bend, and then we're going to put our head toward the floor a little bit, and we're going to round up just like a fern. Just like a fern kind of unrolls all the way up, and then we're going to make some great big shoulder. So yoga brings in forward bends, back bends, and those twists, trying to get about as many of each as you can in your yoga practice. Sometimes I feel like I can bend over and reach and do more, But I have to really remember to do that back bend, because instead of being kind of feeling like you don't have that strength in your neck, you feel a little tight, that back bend really helps to stretch, even placing the hands just behind the hips, by the waist, really gets you, instead of feeling pulled one way or the other, a little more balanced. Same with our arms side to side. One arm, you may be able to reach up very well, reach up overhead, and then the other, you may feel like it's a little tight. Again, take your time going as far as you're comfortable, reaching each direction. Relax so that with each breath, breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Deep breath in, reaching up overhead, breathe out, bringing it back down, and deep breath in, and breathe out. So you can see how that really helps. Deep breath in, really pulling it, tightening it, breathing out, deep breath in, and breathe out. So you can just see in those motions how much your stomach presses, filling in so it gets bigger. Breathing out, it presses that air out and really works in the diaphragm. So what happens when you're breathing, we're going to do a side bend. What happens when we're taking those deep breaths in and breathing out, we're actually kind of massaging, kind of pressing, reaching, and helping all our lymph nodes get kind of a little pressure or a little, almost like a squeeze and release. So it kind of presses it, and when you release, it flows that much better, kind of gets that opened up. Same with opening up the bending of the arms over. Now we'll switch. Keep that breathing, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. So you're kind of loosening up where your lymphatic fluid kind of can stay kind of loosen. But just feel, you're pressing, you're kind of pressing here. You're kind of just letting that go, and then you release. It helps it to flow better. So you kind of loosen, even as we raise our arms overhead. See how that really moves, and kind of lightly, because you don't have to press real hard. It's loosening up, getting your lymphatic fluid to flow and release out, to be removed from your body. Same with from your feet, and standing and pressing and kind of working the hips as we did in that forward bend, and it scrunches and scrunches, letting it again all flow to where it can again flow out of your body and release that extra fluid that our body kind of hangs on to that can't flow out very easily. Stress can slow it down. Foods that we eat can slow it down. A little inflammation, achiness. It's so amazing how much stress can bother our body. So we're going to just kind of let go of that. We're going to just think positive thoughts. Think about how much better you feel just pressing your feet down. Vertebrae lifting you up right through the backbone, kind of lifts you up, almost like you're kind of doing a little releasing that tension, and right up through the top of the head, and relax the body. Great. Next what we're going to do, we're just going to bring our hands back, hang onto your fingertips, so you can hang onto the hands or hang into the fingertips with the arms a little straighter. Either way is fine, because you're actually just working on opening up your chest and relaxing through your chest and shoulders. So again, sometimes even just kind of bringing them back like this kind of has a nice effect of opening up your chest, kind of strengthens your stomach and waist. All we're going to do here is we're going to look up toward the ceiling. So again, you're just kind of, or you can even hang your hips here, but just so your shoulders are pressing back. So very gently, even like this works well. Whatever feels the best, there you feel. You have to just, again, pull those shoulders back a little. And now we're going to round them forward and just kind of bring them forward. And again, breathe in and out through the nostrils. We're going to do the same thing. Pull the arms back, shoulders back, look up, deep breath in and out for a few breaths. You can kind of adjust the shoulders a little stronger back, or relax them a little, and then do it again, whatever feels good. And then breathe out. We're just kind of bringing the shoulders forward, rounding. Reach out forward. You can also place your hands on your knees and round forward, so you're kind of pulling in this whole area of breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So again, we're getting the forward bend, the back bend, and the twist. So for the twist on this one, again, bring your feet kind of close together so it helps your whole body work every second to keep you stronger and upright, arms out shoulder height. And for this one, we're going to just turn as far as we can to the left, and then look even farther to the left if you can. And now you're going to turn and look forward. Deep breath in, we'll bring it back center. Now we're going to reach the arms each direction, and we're looking back toward the hand behind us. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. And then back. Then you're just going to look forward. So you're keeping your arms about the same, looking forward as far as you can. So instead of just looking forward so your eyes turn, try to turn your head as much as you can. Again, no pain is allowed. So take your time. Always relax. If you feel any pulling, any tightness, and then relax back. Great. Relax your arms, your shoulders. Great. We're going to do one more standing up. And then when we're done, we're just going to kind of release some of that energy. We're just going to kind of release it at the end. So again, just take your time. We're going to go onto the floor, onto our hands and knees in a moment. The last one we're going to do is we're just going to drop our ear toward our right shoulder. Hand on that same side, pressing gently. Straighten that straight arm if you'd like, just a little bit. So again, listen to how you feel. Take your time. Kind of loosen up anywhere you feel tight. Lots of times I'll clench my jaw a little. My husband can tell that I'm not very happy with maybe something you said or joked about, or just kind of was picking on me. And sometimes you may feel it more tighten in the eyes, in the forehead, kind of in the neck. So now we'll drop our ear toward the other side, and then that same side pressing down. So again, really take your time. You're just giving that whole area to loosen up. Great way to do it with just a tiny bit of weight or barely any, and straightening that arm a little bit. You'll feel it really good. So take your time, and no pain is allowed at all. Because you don't want to stretch too much on one side or the other. So by stretching one side, you're kind of stretching it too far. So you just want it nice and gentle, so relax. So again, still breathing in lower abdominals to stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. The next one we're going to do before we sit down is we're just going to put our feet farther apart, and we're just going to link our hips back. So you're going to just try to bring it back as far as you can. And then here again, tighten the stomach end around. So you can place your hands on the knees or back. So pressing, rounding up, press that air out. Really scrunch. Breathe in, relaxing back. Breathe out. Breathe in. You could even be hanging onto a countertop and be a little farther down and do that same thing. And or like I was doing, or just like you're sitting back onto the chair, a chair seat behind you, and you're just catching, you can go ahead and sit back so your feet are just ahead and round up and forward. So again, adjust how you feel. Huge, huge help in how it presses and works all these lymph nodes wherever they are, into the arm or on the neck. There's so many, hundreds of them that are just there to kind of get the flow going. That's why people who exercise more and they're doing different motions and stuff are helping in the flow of not only your blood and oxygen, but helping your lymph nodes to be kind of almost stimulated, kind of worked to kind of release that, kind of when you press and you kind of press in different areas to help. Once you kind of get your chest and above your collarbone, these areas emptied out, you can press here so it can flow out. You can press here by your nose. You can press here by your ears and kind of help it flow down. Sometimes you feel it in your sinuses and stuff that it's kind of feels congested, or you feel along your chin line and down, releasing that all. And then in the stomach, when we're doing those deep breaths and we're really pulling in and relaxing back, presses out, breathing out, press that air in, it's really scrunching, and breathe in. Huge part of that lymphatic cleansing. getting our blood flowing, get our oxygen going through the body, all our systems start to work better. So think of great big breaths and breathing out, just not for that signal to your body to relax a little, to just feel a little lighter and not so worried, to kind of let that go. You feel like you're not on that running full tilt, you kind of relax. It's also really healing your body. Anytime you take a deep breath in and breathe out, rounding back, pressing out, really your body motion kind of helping you with that deep breath, amazing for you. I'm not kidding. It is just like a whole change in how your body works. Amazingly good. Just really kind of gets everything working, gets that flowing. A great way to do it. So we're going onto the floor now. And here again, I'm just going to turn the mat to the side. So here, if you don't have a mat, or it's not very cushiony, or it hurts when you're in your hands and knees at all, really good to get like a pillow. I got one here. A pillow. I have a folded up yoga mat that is kind of nice too. And I have a little ball, but you can also just, like I said, a pillow, folded up back towel that'll look kind of like that when it's folded up. Any of those things are great to have. I don't know if you've ever slept with one of those little triangle cushions. So it's just flat triangle that you put under your knees. So your knees are bent when you're laying down. Your knees are bent slightly and you set it under there. Kind of lets your body relax through the hips and body, and lets your body kind of stretch in the vertebrae. We'll kind of practice it on the floor. So all those things are great to have. Sometimes even, I'll show you. So the pillow, we're going to go on our hands and knees first, but then we'll do a little more of the other ones too. I could have used that mat, or I'm just going to use a pillow. We're going to go on to our hands and knees, and then we're going to lay down, and we're going to finish with just a real nice breathing, kind of cleansing. We'll breathe a little bit differently than we have during here, where we're still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can, just as you kind of wait and move into that next posture, where you're just kind of stretching out and then going back into whatever move you would like. Really take your time and really listen to how you're, do you feel some tightness somewhere? Do you feel like you maybe stretch a little too far and you're a little achy, maybe in a shoulder? Just be easy on yourself. Really take your time. So right now, we're going to go on to our hands and knees. This side is a little bit like a braided rug. It kind of has that texture. I'm just going to flip it over because it just feels a little softer. So again, pay attention to how you feel. That's why drinking some water now is a great thing to do. Drink a little bit of water, maybe half a cup or so, 3 or 4 drinks, swallows, and then do it maybe later in the class. And then when you're done, you always want to drink water. You want to drink that, maybe it's only 3-4 drinks at first, and then you're maybe putting things away. Do, up to a cup then, and then right after, within a few minutes, do a little more so it has time to absorb, but you want to rehydrate. Plus, first you want to flush out. As you're drinking, it's flushing out all that debris, all the free radicals, all that tightness and tension out. And then it's also that hydration is really bringing that body function working better. It's getting your mind, oxygen's going through and being pressed through as you're bending over and then raising up. Everything is working to help you. So really, really good to drink a lot of water, not just overdo it, drink a whole bunch, drink it, just kind of space it, do a little before class, and then during if you can, and after always. You always do want to after, no matter what, just to, I shouldn't say no matter what, but you really do want to, so that you can refresh your body, get that going back in there. So we're going to go on to our hands and knees first. So again, take your time. Don't go too far. And here what we're going to do the cat stretch and cow stretch. So deep breath in, dropping the stomach, filling up, looking up, breathe out, drop the head, round up the back, pressing, reaching, pressing. Deep breath in, coming forward. Deep breath out. Blow that air out through the nostrils. Deep breath in through the nostrils. Look up. Breathe out. Drop the head, round up the back, press up, even hold it a second or two. Deep breath in. out, drop the head, round at the back. We're going to do one more. And breathe out. Drop the head, pressing up, reaching up, and relax back. As you can see, you're really pressing that air out. Deep breath in, and the motion just really heightens that help that it does for your body. It really brings that all together and helps you. So the next one we're going to do, we're just going to raise one arm and one leg. So here again, just as far as you're comfortable only. You're still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. So if it's a little hard, just put your foot down and only raise it a little bit. And again, you don't have to go too far, just so you feel where you're gone as far as you're comfortable, and relax back. Now we're going to do the other side. So left arm's down and right leg. So again, just as far as you're comfortable only. Listen to your body. Still breathing in and out through the nostrils. So again, you can be a little farther ahead. I just have to wait. I put my weight back a little farther because I can't put much weight yet on my left arm. So just kind of taking my time. So you can stay that way, or you can relax back down. So again, adjust how you're feeling. You know, if you have a shoulder or a hip or knee that's a little more tough, doesn't work as well, you can kind of relax it back, and then you may not do the other side as much. You may kind of just let your body relax. So don't hurt your knees, your ankles, your wrists, your shoulders. Really listen to how you feel. You don't want to press it and do too far. The next one we're going to do, the last one on our hands and knees, is we're going to just reach our hips back. We'll walk our hands forward, and our head will just reach through the arms. So again, you can be like right here and press, and just kind of letting the head reach through wherever you're most comfortable. We're all built so different, you know, our backbones, our hips and thighs, the way our shoulders, all the things we've done in our life up till now that can make some stretches easier, some stretches harder. So again, only as far as you're comfortable, and never force it at all. No pressing, no going too far at all. We're still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. You can tell in this position it's a lot harder, but when you relax back up, think of all those areas where you've had your lymph nodes being pressed and everything, and getting things moving, even in your neck as you're reaching forward and it's crunching. You don't have to go too far into that stretch at all. Just that little bit. And even when you're kind of working to help your lymphatic fluid drain, you know, come through to this area to drain from up above, the arms, everything working its way up, it doesn't take a heavy pressure. I tend to do too hard. I'll be like really working it, thinking, okay, this will help. It doesn't take much. It takes massaging. It takes those little rubber like gloves, or you've seen some too that will be with little bumps on it that you can kind of rub. It doesn't take a real hard motion. It doesn't take much through the neck too. If you have a really healthy, good, clean hand lotion or something, it really will work well to kind of work on and work through your body. And the shower is a great time to do some of those relaxing, to kind of bring that lymphatic fluid to, and you can do both sides or one side for maybe 6-8 times, and the other side. So within just about 3 to 5 minutes, you can cleanse and kind of work out, you know, in your stomach, these different points. And behind the knees is a great one. So even bending here like this, you're actually kind of stimulating our lymphatic, but just that little pressure behind the knee. So just like right behind here, just little pumps or pressures or a little bit of rubbing will help all that drain out, all of this drain out, and make you feel maybe not so puffy. You may feel like you're not holding that puffiness in your body. It's kind of letting it go. So next we're going to go ahead and lay down on the floor. So here, I was just going to show you. So like this, yoga mat, and like you can have like a rolled up blanket under your knees, whatever you'd like, or just keep your knees bent, and then we'll show you a little bit with like a ball. So we're gonna just gonna lay you down. And so you don't need anything, but this can kind of show you how it would work. So if you have one of those mats that have like a little bend in them, see how you can let your knees relax on there. Lift up your hips so you're just kind of laying on the floor. And what it does, instead of your body with the lower back reaching up, kind of arching, it kind of lets it press toward the floor a tiny bit. Don't force it, don't try to make it touch. Just you're thinking of the stomach kind of relaxing down, knees and feet are relaxing. Do that then with a bent knee. And just see how your chin kind of can rest down a little more. You kind of feel really comfortable, really relaxed, really good here. You can also put like a small pillow or a ball kind of on the backbone so your head can relax back. So it's kind of resting instead of right here on the neck, just down a little farther, kind of near your back instead. So you're kind of letting your shoulders, this is kind of not moving as much, so I'm just going to move it back. So it's kind of not right on my neck, but just on my backbone, so I can kind of let my arms open to the sides. So you can do this standing. Put the ball kind of between the shoulder blades or a little above, but not right by the neck. And then you would open your arms out to the sides to let them stretch. So again, that's a different nice way against the wall. Even here, if you think of the stomach kind of pressing down, knees bent, out, you'll feel that nice stretch. So you can have that under the knees. You can also slide, you have to get up once. You can also slide the pad or a little bit between your shoulder blades and your hips. So it would be just like this. And you would just let your body, then again, just stretch that leg. If it feels like it's too much at first, bending your knees is a little easier. It's kind of just enough. I've got kind of a short waist, so something a little shorter instead of like this length would be a tiny bit better, but it still is working. It's still able to let me stretch my lower back, body, shoulders. So here I'm going to just bring my knee in and stretch my other leg. So again, doing it without it is the way I've always done it. I've done it for years and years, probably 15 years. So that's the way it works really well, but just to kind of switch it up to see how it feels. And if it's too much, you might want just a folded up hand towel, or like this exercise ball, when it flattens, it's much flatter. You know, it's much smaller. So I'm gonna just go ahead. So if you don't have the mat, don't worry, just grab your other knee, pulling it in. Only as far as you're comfortable again. And relax. Now we're going to pull our right knee in again, and I'm just going to remove this, because sometimes it's good to do for a little bit, and then maybe take it out and do it without. So here, just even pulling in and stretch my leg out, I can bring it in a tiny bit farther, and it makes me feel like my hips kind of press up a little as the lower back. So like this presses, instead of feeling like this, it's just pressing just a little bit more comfortably. So again, take your time. And then we're going to relax, pull the left one in, and we're going to stretch that right leg out as far as you're comfortable only. We're still breathing in throughout, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. Deep breath in and breathe out. Again, just as far as you're comfortable. We're going to bend both knees. here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just put our arms out shoulder height. Drop our knees to the right as we look to the left. Bring the knees back up, looking up. We're going to drop the knees to the left as we look to the right. You're just reaching one direction, knees are pressing the other direction. Deep breath in, we'll bring them back up, looking up. And here again, we're going to just line up our body. So lift up your hips. So it kind of lets your body stretch gently, relaxing through the arms. Here we're going to put our arms along our sides. And you can lift up your hips here. Sometimes I like to step my hip in or heels in just a little bit toward the hips and then raise up. So again, do whatever feels comfortable. You're lifting the hips up. Still breathing in, filling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can with each breath. Kind of pressing the hips kind of as straight a line as you're comfortable. Again, if it's a little uncomfortable, let your hips drop a little. But again, don't stretch them up too high. You don't want to have any pain at all. Bring one knee into the chest and then the other. And here, if you kind of pull in and lift up the hips a little, just so you have them in as close as you're comfortable, you can put your hands under the knees to pull them in or over the top to pull them in. And you're going to pull them in, breathe out as you lift your head, neck, and chin. Breathe in, relaxing back. Breathing out, pulling up the head, neck, chin towards the knees a little as you're pulling in. Breathe in, relaxing back. Breathing out, pulling up, reaching, pressing, stretching. Breathe in, relaxing back. We'll drop one knee to the floor and then the other. And here, again, take your time, kind of letting your body relax in between. It really kind of lets that tightness go. So we're going to straighten out our right leg. And we're just going to draw a circle with the toes one direction. For some reason, I can feel it in through the knee. So, depending on what we were doing that day or the night before or even today in our exercising, it's really good to kind of let your body relax and stretch. And now we're going to draw the circle the other way as though you're really trying to draw a big circle in the air around, keeping your ankles steady, legs straight. Now we're going to point our toes and we're going to flex. Only as far as you can, bringing that leg toward you as far as you're comfortable only. So wherever you're comfortable, hanging down, and then relax it down. Now we'll do the left leg. And again, bringing it as straight as you're comfortable, pulling it towards you lightly so you feel that stretch up the back of the leg. We're going to draw a circle in the air in one direction with the toes. And then deep breath in, we'll go the opposite direction. Really feel that all the way down the leg, down the back. So a really good stretch. Now we're going to point our toes, pull it in gently again. And flex, heel up, toes down. And again, just as far as you're comfortable. Deep breath in, we'll relax that knee, placing that foot on the floor. So now, I sometimes like to just kind of relax my arms, kind of let my body relax. The last one we're going to do is a full spinal twist. And then also when we turn to get up, we're going to just do one back bend, just to kind of get our body relaxed a little. So we're going to do just easy breathing. We're still breathing, filling the lower abdominals and stomach with each breath. arms out, shoulder height now. We're going to straighten out our left leg. So our right foot, the toe can go under the knee or on top. So again, wherever you're comfortable. So on top or under the knee. We'll pull it to the left as we look to the right. So again, wherever you're comfortable, breathing in and out through the nostrils. So the knee is pressing one direction, you're reaching, looking the other, only as far as you comfortably can. Deep breath in, we'll slowly bring the knee back up, placing that foot on the floor. We'll bend the other knee, lift up our hips again, lining up shoulders, hips, knees, arms out, shoulder height. Now we'll stretch out our right leg. And we're going to put our left foot, the toes under the knee or on top. Right arm's coming across to pull it to the right as we look to the left at the same time. So reaching one direction, pressing the knee, reaching the other. Again, only as far as you comfortably can. Slowly bring the knee back up, bend the knee. So bend the other knee now too, so your feet are on the floor, knees are bent, your body's relaxed, kind of letting your vertebrae stretch out gently. So here, we're going to just bring our hands out to our sides. So you can keep them here, palms up, or you can stretch one leg and then the other. So here again, you're listening to what feels best. Some days I'll keep them just bent. It just is, I feel like my back stretches out better. I kind of loosen up. And some days I'll stretch out my legs so I kind of feel like I'm stretching out, longer and just kind of letting the body relax that way. So again, just do what feels good. Try it one way or the other. Pregnant women shouldn't lay on their back like that. There's different things for yoga that aren't as good while you're pregnant. So that's something that if you are, you'd want to check with your doctor first, and they would maybe say which ones to skip or not do. So again, just find out if you are expecting or pregnant. So just a good thing to think about. So take your time, relaxing the body. And our breathing is going to go back to normal. So we're just going to let our breathing go natural. We're going to take at least 5 to 7 nice breaths here, just normal, just our normal breathing. Just let every part of your body unwind. Relax those fingers, relax the neck, the head, the shoulders, to your back, your knees, your ankles and feet. So every part is just resting on the floor, resting on your mat or carpeting. Again, take your time. Take your time. Sometimes I just like to put my knees one direction then the other, Even reaching your arms up to kind of let them relax a little. And then just roll over onto your side. Before we get up, we're just going to lay down here as we're kind of getting back to getting up. And we're just going to look up as far as we comfortably can. If it feels a little tight, just come down a little farther, not onto your elbows and lower arm. So just onto your hands a little bit, or onto your arms here again. Just let your body kind of relax. Look up as far as you comfortably can. And then we're going to slowly get up. Just bring it back. And then either you can sit still, cross your legs, sit on the floor, relax. Breathe in, kind of clear your mind. Or when you get up, just relax your arms, just kind of shaking them out. Kind of just doing a little bit of shaking. Just kind of lets that all kind of flow out too, kind of loosens it up. You can either do just little steps, or you can tell, just look at the jumping, letting your arms be loose, can kind of let, is a great way that they let your lymphatic fluids flow out. Then they flow, they get out of your body, they kind of flow, loosen up. That's why a trampoline is, the ones you have in your house, those ones, that little bit of bouncing, doesn't have to be a lot, is a great way to help that. That's why warm compresses, even a warm bath, you don't think about it as much, but warm bath with some good Epsom salt, and then a very pure or good essential oil like lavender or something relaxing. Epsom salt and even a little bit of baking powder. It can be like a half a cup and then maybe a fourth cup, like just put it in the water as it's warming up and filling in. When you're laying in there resting, it is the layer of compression that the water is pressing kind of on your body. So that's like when you're swimming, when you're floating in the water and part of your body's in it, like even standing in the water, in the pools, like at the Comer Center or wherever you're at, your bathtub is doing the same thing. That's kind of working slowly with your body, kind of compressing, kind of lets those fluids kind of flow out and get them from being congested, and keeping the fluid in your body kind of lets your body kind of let go, all those fluids, kind of lets go all of that. And then behind your knees, that water is doing that to you by just you being in there. That it's almost like that little bit of compression, a little bit of pressing is all working to help your body live clean. Plus the Epsom salt is drawing out inflammation in a very, very healthy way with the magnesium in that Epsom salt. And then the essential oils, not only do you breathe them in, not the dime store ones or the ones at either Walmart or, it's the better ones that are purely derived and not with hexane and different things to take out and the water in excess and make them not as good. The ones that are pure, that will soak into your body a little. Also that breathing in the fresh things, not synthetic, really is another thing that will make you feel so much better. The baking soda also kind of softens your skin, and also again is very gentle in the way it helps your body kind of releasing toxins, kind of pulls that out. The weight of the water just is kind of there to kind of help it flow. Great way to do it. So any kind of massage, soaking in the tub, doing the self lymphatic cleanse, different things, even like rubbing your shoulders, the muscles, everything, even the arms underneath, they're kind of pulling that out to kind of loosen all those things, even your twists or reaching, they're kind of helping your body rid yourself of the lymphatic liquid that needs to be gotten out of the body, that is used, is not staying in there stagnant. It helps the liver to help, and kidneys to get that all removed from your tissues around your whole body, and you'll just feel a little bit better. Your fingers might not be as tight, the rings might not be as tight. You might feel like you feel a little more comfortable in your clothes. And doing that, you know, maybe you're taking 2 baths a week or 3. Or you're doing the cleansing in the morning, or you're doing it midday, kind of just as kind of a release, relax, kind of stretching. So there's so many ways to kind of get your body to flush it out, drink lots of water, and enjoy the day. Thank you for joining today.